Hi, Miss Jassel. I am reporting now my topic about Shell, and I am Inrex Gabrunenu, BSBA 3, your student at Good Governance and Social Responsibility.
Changing and improving the world one nation after the other. How Shell's local CSR works hand in hand with both community, the global standard and the international CSR. Contents. First is introduction, second, the corporate and community symbiosis, third, the working environment, fourth, gauging the CSR success, and the last, conclusion. Introduction. For more than 100 years, the World Shell, our pectin emblem, and distinctive red yellow colors have visualized the Shell brand and promoted our values and the quality of our products and services all over the world. The word Shell first appeared in 1891 as the trademark for kerosene shipped to the Far East by Marcus Samuel and Company. This small London business dealt originally in antiques, curios, and oriental shells. These became so popular, the Victorians used them to decorate trinket boxes in particular, that soon they formed the basis of the company's profitable import and export trade with the Far East. The word was elevated to corporate status in 1897. When Samuel formed the Shell Transport and Trading Company, the first logo in 1901 was a mussel shell. But by 1904, a scallop shell or pectin emblem had been introduced to give a visual representation of the corporate and brand name. When the Royal Dutch Petroleum Company and Shell Transport and Trading merged in 1907, the letters, brand name, and symbol, Shell and the pectin, became the short form name and emblem of the new Royal Dutch Group, and so it has remained ever since. The form of the Shell emblem has changed gradually over the years. In line with trends in graphic design, the current emblem was introduced in 1971. 30 years in, it stands the last of time as one of the world's most recognized symbols. Comprehending the symbiosis and relationship of Shell as a corporate entity and the community. How does Shell view itself? And how does this self-image affect its relation towards the masses? Finance operations is responsible for the design, actual operation, and standardization of the key finance processes. Its major objectives are to create and execute standardized processes such that all finance functions in the Shell Group will share in common set of metrics to which performance can be measured against. Customer service is a part of the customer services relocation projects to consolidate global customer service into a smaller number of global super centers and transfer specific customer service operations to shared services. CSC processes fuel cards administration, order taking, delivery, scheduling, customer master data setup and maintenance, invoicing, and general public inquiries for retail. Human Resources Services Centris supports North America-based Shell employee on HR requests. These include assistance on HR information system encoding, question on compensation, benefits, and expedite service. and investigative concerns on HR policies. HRC is a key player in Shell's service delivery model as its focus in the delivery of cost-effective HR transactional activities. Order delivery is the century's youngest business and was established to further strengthen Shell's drive for customer satisfaction. It oversees efficient scheduling and safe physical delivery of all products in Philippines and soon in the United Kingdom. Order to delivery manages customer inventory levels and ensures that the right products are delivered at prices quantities on time every time. Common infrastructure management, the support group of functions manages the human resources, information technology, facilities, finance, and communications needs of all four businesses. As the glue that binds the century together, common infrastructure management is accountable for providing direction and leadership, overseeing successful services delivery to support high performance and customer-oriented workplace.
What is the primary advocacies of Shell as a corporate entity? As a global energy company operating in a challenging world, we set high standards of performance and ethical behaviors. We are judged by how we act. Our reputation is upheld by how we live up to our core values of honesty, integrity, and respect for people. Our 8 business principles are based on these core values and indicate how we promote trust, openness, teamwork, and professionalism and pride in what we do. We were one of the first global companies to state and share our beliefs when we published our general business principles in 1976. As part of these principles, we commit to contribute to sustainable development, balancing short and long-term interest, and integrating economic, environmental, and social considerations into our decisions making. All Shell's employees and contractors and those at joint ventures we operate are expected to understand and behave according to our business principles at all times. We encourage suppliers and joint ventures that we do not operate to apply equivalent principles. Our code of conduct guides employees on how to apply the Shell general business principles in line with our core values. It provides practical advice on how to comply with laws and regulations and how to relate to customers, communities, and colleagues. Regulatory requirements placed upon us have never been more complex or demanding. The Shell Code of Conduct clarifies the standards we expect our employees to follow and the behaviors we expect them to adopt. The Shell Code of Conduct covers such areas as fighting corrupt practices, national international trade, people and safety, safeguarding information and assets, and communications. In my own simple opinion, the advocacies of Shell is being role model of a useful, helpful, and functioning multinational company by adhering to their strict standard internationally and locally. By this way, Shell can be a front runner on a good governance and
corporate responsibility by the way they are also consciously the gap between the customer services experience from third world countries to rich progressive country. Experiencing Shell as an employee, the working relationships between its corporate atmosphere. Can you please share and divulge the experiencing being employed under the company? Shell is a multinational company, so the expectation is really high and it does not disappoint its people. It has the one of the best workplace culture and support work-life balance. Company is great at prioritizing the safety and welfare of employees. Through work is stressful and there are lots of changes. You really need to be resilient, but as the saying goes, there is no such thing as perfect. There are some managers that are difficult to deal with because for 9 years of working with Shell have opened to a lot of career opportunities, career and professional development. The working environment is very conducive for growth and development. The fast-paced day-to-day challenges have molded and polished professional character. Shell's culture focus on highly professional and ethical global business principles and golden rules, with focus mainly on compliance, intervention, and respect. The whole RDS organization operates with integrity and authenticity, which are being inflected to all employees. Great leaders are very good working ambience. I enjoyed working in Shell, lots of benefits however, and a great retirement plan. For Christmas parties every year that includes team party, cluster party, operating units party, and site party. I feel well care of and Shell recognize whatever effort you give into your work. It has a strong foundation of giving back to its people and community. I frequently collaborate with other administrative assistants to perform invoice processing and analyzing the problem in very invoices so we can pay the customer on time. Can you kindly spare the working environment and the working relationship among your colleagues? On a normal day at work, I have tasks listed on a priority basis and which comes due first. People at work are very professional and are willing to give hand if I need help. Though there are some challenges when dealing with stakeholders, especially in getting their positive response and cooperation every time there are improvement changes. It is a rewarding experience when my boss recognizes my efforts and I have my team working with me to achieve the same goal. Shell has a good culture. Respect for people and safety is number one priority in Shell. I am proud I work at a prestigious company like Shell. That's all. Multinational company with good management, offer friendly working environment, plenty benefits and good salary. We have good leaders to build good relationship with their employees. Shell really takes care of their companies of their employees' outstanding benefit. They make you feel secure and taken care of. Every day working on this kind of job requires patience to stand for 8 hours working and talking to customers, giving them right services they need. There's time that I spoke to foreigners or Philippines actor or actresses. Listening to this interview, I realized that a manager's job is not easy as people think. Contrary to popular belief, as a low-level management, it is my responsibility to lead my team and subordinates by being a good role model for them. Honestly, I have planned to like that once I became a manager in the future. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is possible to gauge the success of Shell's public relationship within the community. How can you quantify the level of success of this relationship and symbiosis that it pertains to? The 105 year of Philippine Shell is a time for us to reflect on the progress of our efforts to build the nation, improve the lives of Filipinos, and innovate ways to protect and advocate for the environment. Of all the things listed below are just some of the efforts that we are proud of. They inspire us to do even better and go even further. Energy alternatives. We continue to support the nation's progress by saving 30% of the country's energy needs. Shill remains an active player in the joint Malapaya project, while providing other sources of energy for off-grid communities. Gas-to-liquid innovation. Shell's gas-to-liquid technology converts natural gas, the cleanest burning hydrocarbon, into high-quality liquid products. Everything from transport fuels and motor oils to the components of printing ink. This helps reduce emissions from industries that traditionally use crude oil, while helping meet growing energy demands. Professional and market support. Nearly 4,000 Filipino Shell business operations employees service multiple markets through human sources, finance, OTD, customer operations, and contracting and procurement. And Shell encourages and empowers every one of them to have a voice and pursue any passions for mentoring, inclusion, diversity, or social good. Skills development. By creating opportunities for skills development and providing necessary resources for quality education, Shell helps disadvantaged Filipino reach for the brighter future. Wildlife prevention. In Mindoro, the endemic wildlife catch basin of the South, Shell through the Mindanao Biodiversity and Conservation Foundation continues to support projects geared towards awareness, appreciation, and action for the good of the Philippine wildlife. Malaria elimination. This year marks the 20th anniversary of the movement against malaria, a health program that Shell has championed in partnership with the Department of Health to ensure the elimination of malaria. We've gone from 58 malaria-ridden provinces in 1999 to four malaria-affected provinces in 2019, powering progress as whole Shell is committed to pushing for progressiveness through supporting education and these arts, encouraging modernity in agriculture, providing local options of infrastructure, and so much more. Is it possible to gauge the success of Shell's public relationship within the community? Aside from advocacies and great, consistent daily service nationwide, how does Shell interact with community? Project Shelter, Shell Philippines COVID-19 response. As the spread of COVID-19 continues to affect everyone in the country, Shell puts top priority on the health and safety of our people, customers, and the community, along with the safe operations of all our businesses. We continue to monitor the situation closely and respond to the needs of our kababayans. Project Shelter, Taal Volcano Emergency Relief Efforts. The unexpected eruption of the Taal volcano left thousands of our kababayans defenseless and displaced. Despite of abort crisis, we quickly rallied behind one another. Together we made ways and set up shelter sites to serve as relief centers and donation hubs to help our people fellow countrymen with their immediate needs. The effort made we were able to gather almost 2,000 bags of relief goods and monetary conditions made through the PSFI account amounted to 141,440. You can now support local farmers through Shell Select and Mayani. This pandemic has negatively impacted many Filipinos, especially our local farmers. In times like this, we lean on each other for support. We are supporting farmers by selling their produce in select Shell station in Metro Manila. Conclusion. My learnings and realizations. Sustainability is the most important part of Shell CSR means providing energy is a responsible manner, respecting people, their safety, and environment. Our approach to sustainability is integrated across our business activities on 3 levels. First, running a safe, efficient, responsible, and profitable business. This is the foundation of our approach, safeguarding and respecting people, our employees, contractors, and neighbors, is fundamental to how we do business. This includes having global standards, processes, and tools in place to manage safety, the environment, and how we engage with communities. We aim to continuously improve the way we operate to prevent incidents and to identify, avoid where possible, and minimize adverse environmental and social impacts. We report on our performance in our annual sustainability report. Second, sharing wider benefits where we operate. We plan our business for the long term to help ensure we play a positive role in communities where we operate and in wider society. We contribute to the development of local economies by creating jobs, boosting skills, sourcing from local suppliers, and helping to improve industry standards, as well as paying taxes and royalties. We support community projects that are based on the needs of the local communities. And the third, helping the shape of more sustainability energy future, achieving a more sustainable energy future requires an energy transition that allows society to reduce its emissions, tackle climate change, while also extending the economic and social benefits of energy to everyone. This ambition requires a change in the way energy is produced, used, and made accessible to more people while drastically cutting emissions. It is feasible but requires urgent action and long-term vision. Shell is a willing and able player in this transition. We will play our role where it makes commercial sense in oil and gas, as well as in low carbon technologies and renewable energy sources. But there is the need for society as a whole to address the climate challenge. We advocate the business, governments, and civil society work together to shape a more sustainable energy future.
That's all my report, ma'am, and thank you.